Today we're gonna do a cooking video, which is gonna be a bunch of fun because I don't have any of the wood I need to make a fire and I don't have any vegetables. So we're gonna go picking, we're gonna go find some nettles, and I have all the dry ingredients, and we've got some of these heat mats which we're gonna use to hold the pots. Safety important. We got some leftover olives, some marmalade, that's maybe for a snack, a potato. I've got my mix of, don't know if you can see, lentils and rice and quinoa and all that stuff. Yummy yummy. We got some herbs that I got from the car, just turmeric, paprika and some salt. We have 3 old mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms though, so they're very tasty. We've got some pumpernickel bread, which is very filling and very healthy. Another potato, a sprig of rosemary that I've been drying in my car for about a week now. I think I collected it somewhere in Glastonbury. Some garlic, and I think that's about it. Just the magical water. We've got some of our I love you infused water to cook the stew in. So let's go find some dry sticks, some dry wood and some nettles. Now, a really important part of gathering is you need a bag, and when I walked off I forgot my bag, so I had to go back and get it. But we're in the forest, so there will be loads and loads of dry sticks, especially since it's been quite sunny. And here we go, we found our first hoard. So really important is that you don't really want to collect sticks directly from the ground, because wood absorbs moisture. It's, you know, it grows like that, it absorbs like that. So the best thing is to find stuff that's hanging from trees or that's naturally raised up, and so the airflow will be drying it out and it won't have been soaking up all of the water that's, you know, in the soil, in the ground. This is perfect. It's, you know, it's hollow inside, it's extremely dry, you can see how easily it's snapping off, and this will be perfect for kindling. Now that we've got our kindling, we're gonna have to find some slightly thicker logs, but the priority is to find the stinging nettles, because I actually haven't seen any in the vicinity of the camp. I think I might have to go to the bottom of the field. Nettles like shady areas around other trees, and there was a place that I camped the first time that I camped in Stanmer Park, which was actually in the car park, and I was surrounded by stinging nettles, so we might just collect some over there. As I was walking around towards the meadow, I saw a stinging nettle just over here on the other side of the path, and so I looked around into where there's an open space underneath trees, and here we go, we found a whole load of stinging nettles and also some dead nettles. And dead nettles are also edible, but the great thing about them is that they don't sting you. They don't sting you, and they've got these delicious little flowers which are purple, and purple is one of my favorite colors, and I feel it's the color that allows me to really thrive and be truly myself. So we're going to collect some dead nettles and some of the stinging nettles that are just over there, and yeah, yummy yummy. Now, stinging nettles are really amazing plants. They have one of the highest protein percentages of all of the plants that you can harvest wild. I believe it's a dried weight is about 33% of it is protein, which is great for someone that's living in the wild, because you need a lot of protein for all of your muscles, really. So I've come out to the field I found a whole load of stinging nettles along the fence here. So I've tried to reach behind the fence because there's cows grazing in this field and I don't want their piss all over my food. And as I was picking them, I'm covered in stings now, so it'd be good to find out some way of avoiding that besides wearing gloves. So if you guys know any ideas for how to pick stinging nettles without getting stung, without gloves, that'd be fantastic. Please share. But I've decided to film a little bit here because I found a huge number of thistles. And as I've been told, and I've been eating thistles for a while now, the whole thistle plant, you know, the root, the leaves, the stem, the flowers, all of it is edible across all of the species. So I thought, you know, why not try putting some thistles in my stew? I've got a whole load of stinging nettles, so we might be able to just dry some of this out, and maybe when it's dry it will stop stinging me and we can just nibble on it in the car. But yeah, let's grab a couple of these. It's going to be a stingy stew today. Yeah, I'm not sure. I should have probably taken some Ow! Ow! This is what happens when you're walking barefoot in a field full of thistles. You keep stepping on them. Ow! So now it's time to set up our fire. And there are many ways to set up a fire so that it actually gets flaming very quickly. I'm going to show you my favorite way. Let's check it out. You want slightly thicker sticks, and you want 3 of them. We're going to get a bag of trusty nettles and very thin pieces here. And we're gonna put all of these across like that. So this will go up in flames really quickly, but it will also burn out really quickly. So we need to put some thicker ones over the top to sustain the flame. So as you can see, I'm kind of building a little bit of a teepee shape over the top of this A-frame. And my hope is that the thicker pieces down at the bottom will catch fire and sustain the thicker pieces once the thinner ones are burnt out. We're going to use a little piece of paper. I'm going to cheat. Use a piece of paper. Light the paper on fire and then stick the flaming paper in. Like every time I use a lighter, I think it's so amazing that, you know, thousands of years ago, people, you know, would have had a real difficult time starting fires, and here we go. It's, you know, it's taken 2 seconds to set up. You know, I haven't had to do the whole stick thing, creating heat through friction. I've just taken a piece of modern paper, grabbed my trusty lighter, lit the paper on fire, has kept going for long enough to get the little sticks ablaze, and now we've got a full-on blazing fire. Beautiful. Let me show you. There we go. Look at that. Ta-da! And so now we've got these thicker logs here supporting the flames, and we can easily feed the fire to increase the heat by putting sticks just in the middle here. And those will catch flame and create heat for the pot, which is already very hot. Grab our magical water. As the water is heating up, we're gonna put our lentil and rice mixture in. As that will take the longest to cook, And it's good for it to soak a little bit as the water is heating up. Got some rosemary. I'm just gonna take all of these leaves off, get those in there, add the olives, potatoes, sticky nettles. It's not the best leaf there, it's a nice leaf. Mix it all in. Now I'm gonna grab some of the good old thistle. Grab these buds, pop them in there. And my feeling is that these thorns will simply soften up in the stew. Here we go. This is the resulting product. Wow. Woo! It looks absolutely amazing, and it's gonna taste absolutely amazing as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Thank you, fire. Thank you, all of the ingredients. Thank you, land. Thank you, nettles. Thank you so much. We are truly blessed. And thank you for watching.